My goodness. He said it. He really said it. Jay-Z, Yankee Stadium, 50,000 people sold out. And this man, this billionaire, thought he could just freestyle some lie about Colin Kaepernick and nobody was going to check him. Heard he took a check. I ain't even mad at him. But along with that check, you're going to have to sign a non disparagement. That's what Jay-Z said in front of all those people talking about Colin Kaepernick. What? A non disparagement? Colin Kaepernick? The same Colin Kaepernick who been posting for over 1,363 days about how the NFL won't hire him. The same Colin Kaepernick who lost his career for us. That Colin Kaepernick signed something saying he can't talk. Colin went straight to TMZ. Yes, he did. Colin went straight to TMZ that same day. Didn't even wait. Said, "You lying, Jay-Z." And TMZ, not me, not you, not Black Twitter, TMZ, check with resources, okay? Direct knowledge, no non disparagement. Never was. You can't count 1,363 days publicly if you sign something shutting you up. You just can't. But Jay-Z don't care about what you can do. Jay-Z cares about what it looked like. He needed Colin to look like the sellout so he could look like the real activist, the real voice, the man who stepped over Colin's dead career in 2019 to shake Roger Goodell hands and get that NFL deal. I was alive when this happened. I remember 2016, Colin took the knee, lost his job, lost his peace, lost everything. And 3 years later, Jay-Z came in. I got this. Partners up with the same league that blackmailed him, gets Rock Nation exclusive rights to the halftime shows, decides who gets to perform for America. And now, 7 years later, he brings Colin's name up again. Why? Because Flunk Flex spent 4 hours talking about it the night before? Because his name is in them Epstein files and he needs a whole distraction? Because he's trying to rewrite history before the documentary drops. I don't know why, but I know what he did. While Jay-Z was on that stage lying, Colin Kaepernick and Tyler Perry was paying for a funeral. Nolan Wells, 17 years old, Mississippi, 18 years old, Mississippi, died under mysterious circumstances. Colin put his money where his mouth is. Not for no Netflix special, for a black child he never met. So who do you believe? Huh? Do y'all believe Jay-Z? Press 2 if you believe Jay-Z. Press 5 if you believe Jay-Z is a liar and he lied about Colin Kaepernick. Who do you believe? The man with the facts or the man with the billionaire dollars and the guilty conscience? I already know who I believe. I already knew in 2016. I know now. But let's talk about the why. Because the why is where it gets real juicy, right? Jay-Z name is in them Epstein files. Press 7 if you know for a fact that Jay-Z name is in them Epstein files. It's not a good look. It is not a good look at all. And suddenly, he thrown the biggest concert of his life, 3 nights at the Yankee Stadium, bringing out Beyonce, Rihanna, Eminem, Nas, Alicia Keys, Usher, Pharrell. I mean, the whole Adventure Squad, right? I'm not saying it's connected. I'm not. But I'm saying the man knows how to control a narrative. He's been doing this shit for what, 30 years? And the concert itself, baby, delayed 4 hours. 4 hours. Thousands of people without tickets rushed to the gate. Security couldn't even handle it. They locked everything down. And Jay-Z come out here talking about 10,000 people outside. I didn't want nobody to get trampled. Who starts a concert at 12:30 in the morning? Who? And why did that bum rush look so staged? One gate, a handful of people, suddenly it's a national emergency. I've never seen more chaos at Walmart on a Tuesday, okay? But here's what got me. Here's what really got me, y'all. The comments on the Rihanna video. And we got to get to that Rihanna in a minute, okay? But the comments, people were saying the same thing I'm saying. This looked staged. Jay-Z trying to distract us from the Epstein file. This whole concert is just a PR move. And then he got the nerve to bring up Colin's name in the middle of all of this while he's trying to look like some social justice warrior. The man who said, "We're done kneeling." That man trying to spear the actual man who took the damn knee. No, 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 no. That's not a coincidence. That's not random. That's calculated. That's a man who knows the walls are closing in and he's trying to get ahead of the story. He's trying to make Colin look bad so when his truth comes out, people are already confused about who the real sellout is. But the comments ain't having it. The comments that I'm seeing out here, honey, they are not having it. They are dragging Jay-Z. They are saying that Jay-Z is a capitalist. He's not a leader. He sell black souls, not music. He's an NFL puppet. He's a snake. He's a frog. The jig is up. And they right. They've been right. We just allowed to say it. We wasn't just allowed to say it out loud before, you know? But you know what? I really want to get to this Rihanna thing. Can I get to this Rihanna thing real quick? Huh? Can I get to this Rihanna? Now, same night, same stage, Rihanna comes out. First time performing in 2 years, y'all. And the internet, because the internet don't never know how to just enjoy a damn moment, the internet start analyzing her hug, her handshake, the energy was off, church hug, free Rihanna. I watched that damn clip. I did. I watched it like 3 to 4 times. And I'm going to tell you what I saw. I saw a woman who just had 3 babies back to back, who hasn't been on stage since 2024, who said, "I missed this shit," to 50,000 people and stayed for the whole show with A$AP Rocky. If she didn't want to be there, she would have did her 2 songs and left. She didn't. She stayed. But them comments was split. Half saying if they was beef, she wouldn't be there. And another half saying she's still in that shady contract. That's why she had to come. And both of them might be right. Because here's what people don't understand about Rihanna. Yeah, she's a billionaire. Yeah, she got Fenty. Yeah, she got A$AP Rocky and 3 babies and a whole life outside of music, but she's still signed to Roc Nation. Still. That contract from when she was a teenager. And Jay-Z, the same Jay-Z who just lied on Colin, that Jay-Z still controls her catalog, still controls when she performs, still controls her music. So she show up. She do her 2 songs. She give them the respectful church hug. Because if she hug him too tight, people gonna say that they got something freaky going on. If she don't hug him at all, people gonna say they beefing. She can't win. She's in a lose-lose situation because that man put her there. And the comments knew, honey, the comments knew. She's in that shady contract. That's why she stopped doing music. Free Rihanna from Rock Nation. She probably only become because she was obligated. And then the other side, people are saying, she's a billionaire. She don't have to be doing nothing she don't want. If there was beef, she wouldn't be there. And both are true. Both can be true at the same time. She is a billionaire and she's still trapped in that damn contract she signed when she was 19 years old. She can buy anything she wants and she still can't control her own music. That's the industry. That's the trap. That's why Jay-Z built, okay? That's what he built. And when she said, I miss this shit, and the Navy went crazy, okay? But baby, I don't know. I don't know if we ever get in that album, to be honest with y'all. Okay? Because every time she performs, she reminds herself what she missing. And every time she reminds herself, she probably remind herself why she stopped. Because the man controlling her music is the same man who just lied on Colin Kaepernick. The same man in the Epstein files. The same man who controls the narrative. Free Rihanna from what? Her bank account? She good. But free her from that contract. Free her from Rock Nation. Free her from having to show up when he calls. That I can get behind. And let me tell you about these comments in these streets, honey, because the streets are talking and they talking some real tea. On one of the Rihanna videos I saw, the streets, honey, they was passing the vibe check. If there was really beef, Rihanna wouldn't even show her face. People always try to make something out of nothing. Rihanna was just being respectful of Beyonce's husband. She probably didn't want to perform. But then you got the conspiracy ones, and I live for the conspiracy ones, okay? Jay-Z is trying to get everyone to revive and bring him back. This whole concert is a distraction from the Epstein files. Rihanna and Nas don't mess with Jay-Z. And who would after he did what he did to Puff Daddy, The streets, they all made to perform. That's what they were saying, including Beyonce. She wasn't even dressed up for a concert. She was dressed for an office meeting. Beyonce, come on, dressed for an office meeting at her husband's 30th anniversary concert. That don't even sound like a woman who wanted to be there. That sounds like a woman who was told to be there. But I saw it, and it looked like she was more dressed for like one of those majorette dancers. She didn't look like she was at no concert. I mean, for no meeting. If you dress like that for a meeting, you should be fired. I mean, because she was showing too many legs. You know what I'm saying? That was not appropriate for no office meeting. But anyway, somebody else were talking, and they were saying, what's odd? Diddy did the same thing before all his stuff came out. He held a big old concert, bought out several different guests, family, made a speech. Diddy did that same thing right before the walls came down. And now Jay-Z doing that same thing with his name in them Epstein files, with Colin Kaepernick exposing his lie, with the whole internet turning on him. And I'm not saying it's connected. I'm not. But I'm saying the pattern is the pattern. And the pattern don't look good. Okay? And now, because we don't do one story, we do three over here. All right? Do y'all like me doing 3 stories in one video? Press 9 if y'all want me to do 3 stories in one video. Or y'all want me to do 2 stories in one video. What y'all want? But honey, let's get to the Brat. my girl, the Brat, went on Ricky Smiley and told a story that every creative person needs to hear. Every artist, every writer, every person with a dream that somebody else wants to steal. She had a show idea called Boot Camp for Artists. Since the 90s, JD, Jermaine Dupri, used to get on her about helping too many people, not focusing on herself. But that's who the Brat is. She want to pour into people, want to give them the feeling JD gave her when he put her on. She linked with Deb, okay? They collaborated, put their ideas together, pitched it to WeTV together. Network said no. Then Deb went back behind her back, pitched the same show, same executive, same network, no call, no texting, nothing. Brat found out. She called the executive herself and he said, "Oh, Deb is pitching it to me today. Without you, without you, the same show y'all built together." Brat felt stupid. She felt betrayed, said nothing. Stopped talking to Deb, stopped talking to the executive. Then she saw Deb House on TV. And it was the same show, same concept, same everything, minus a few details. And when the Brat called her out on her own show, that she and her wife paid for their own money, Deb said she was lying. Said she needed clicks and views. Said, "I'm on season 3. Now they're on the internet." They on the internet because they where they chose to be, because they own it. Every penny comes back to them. No network, no middleman, no Deb stealing their ideas. And the comments, the streets, honey, the streets was eating Deb ass up. I believe the Brat. Deb is shady. This is how the entertainment business work. Protect your intellectual property at all costs. Too many people saying it now. Deb be stealing. She been stealing, y'all, because we know we've been there. We had the friend who smiled in our faces and took our idea to a meeting without us. We had the coworker who put their name on our presentation. We had the family member who stole our recipe and opened up the damn restaurant down the street. And Deb had the nerve to say the Brat needed clicks and views. Ma'am, Brat and her wife spent their own money, okay? A large amount. Brat words, not mine. They own it outright. They can sell it. They can put it wherever they want. They chose Facebook because they wanted to, not because nobody else wouldn't have them. That's not a click interview. That's ownership. That's freedom. That's what Deb don't understand because she's still playing the industry game. Still letting network control her, still letting other people own her ideas. Brat talked to a lawyer, could have fought it, made it messy, but she didn't. Said, "I'm blessed, she can have it." And then built something better, something real, something that was hers. That's not weakness. I don't even have the word. That's knowing God don't miss nothing, baby, okay? Knowing your piece worth more than a court battle. I'm with that. Knowing that the best revenge is a life well lived and a show you actually own. Protect y'all ideas. Get it in writing before you share your dream with somebody else. Make them sign something because not everybody can clap for you, want you to win. Some just want to know your moves so they can make them first. Brat didn't go upside nobody head with no bottle, and we know she's very capable of that. She kept it cute. She kept it moving. Now she owns her own show, her own platform, her bag, and that's the real revenge. Honey, I just did 3 stories in one night, and they still got the same DNA. Huh. Jay-Z lied on Colin to make himself look like the real activist, used his platform to smear a man who actually sacrificed, used his power to control the narrative while his own truth is crumbling. Deb stole the Brat dream, called her a liar when she spoke up, used her industry connections to take what wasn't hers, used her platform to make the Brat look desperate while she was the one doing the stealing. And Rihanna just trying to survive a contract she signed when she was somebody else, trying to perform without performing too much, trying to hug without hugging too tight, trying to exist in a system that Jay-Z built, the same Jay-Z who lied on Colin, the same Jay-Z whose name is in them Epstein files. Honey, it's all connected. It's all connected. Press 5 if it's all connected. It's the industry, the lies, the thief, the contracts, the control. They tell us it's business. They tell us it's just how things work. They tell us just to get over it and move on. Don't make waves. But the waves are coming. The waves are here. Colin stood up to TMZ. The Brat stood up on Ricky Smiley. And Rihanna's standing up every time she step on that stage and remind us what we missing. The comments see it. The streets see it. The people see it. We ain't stupid. We never was. We just wasn't allowed to say it out loud before. So here's what we do. This is what we do. We don't let them bury this. We don't let Jay-Z wait us out with another concert, another distraction, another lie. We keep asking why he brought up Colin's name 7 years later. We keep asking why his name is in them Epstein's files. We keep asking why Beyonce looked like she was dressed for an office meeting at her own husband's anniversary show. We don't let Deb steal another idea without consequences, y'all. We protect our intellectual property. We get it in writing. We stop sharing our dreams with people who ain't earned our trust. And we don't let Rihanna disappear again. We demand that R9. We demand she out the contract. We demand she get her music on her terms, not Jay-Z's. Arm yourself. Get your paperwork right. Don't share your ideas with people who ain't earned it. And when they show you who they are, not when they tell you, when they show you, believe them, okay? And move. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, not because I told you so, because you need to be ready. The next lie is coming. The next thief is coming. The next contract trap is coming. And when it do, I need you ready in position, honey. Justice for Colin Kaepernick, truth. Justice for the Brat's ideas. Justice for Rihanna music. And justice for every single one of us who ever had something stolen by somebody with more power. Bring your daddy, baby, because I'm ready.